Nations University is incorporated in Louisiana. It's a school of higher learning. It's a school that had its concept several years ago in 1995, where there was a need to reach into the homes of people who lived in foreign places and in difficult places of the world, people who could not be accessed by the typical missionary. And so the challenge was, how do you create a vehicle that transports religious information to people who live in difficult places where they have no opportunities for education or they have no funds for continuing education. Therefore, we started with the idea that here is a target market, but the challenge was, how do you reach that market? Because it's closed, you can't go in, and so we decided that the way to do that would be to rely on volunteers and be innovative. And part of the innovation was that we would build no structures, we would hire no faculty, and we would bring no students to the United States. In creating a curriculum, we decided that a good way of doing that would be to free ourselves from the Americanisms that usually enhance our curriculum over here, and try to build a curriculum that's universal. So the target audience was both believer and unbeliever. For the believer, he was already seeking, he had already found, but he was looking for something that's deeper because he wanted to enrich his ability to work in ministry. The unbeliever was the individual who was seeking. So there was no backdoor method. It was a matter of appealing to people who were already searching, and therefore that set in motion the way that the curriculum was to be developed. We found over the 15 years of operation that it was possible to go into homes and into churches, into various denominational groups with a Bible-based curriculum, because they were appealing to biblical instruction. So we left behind the denominational trappings and the interpretations that had been historical and just spoke directly from Scripture and sought to bring them into confrontation with that Scripture and then help them to make a response to it. So that's sort of the story of Nations University. About 250 of these are Muslim. About 140 different religious groups, Christian groups are represented. In addition to that, there are other religious faiths that are represented in the enrollment. And many of you as individuals have contributed as well. And for that, we're very grateful.